All right, guys, I'm about to get into all of the cameos for Deadpool and Wolverine and what I think about them. Obviously, a huge spoiler warning if you have not seen the movie yet. If you don't care and you're just kind of wondering who's in the movie, this is the video for you. However, like I said, spoiler warning, do not move forward if you do not want to be spoiled and find out the cameos in this movie. Let's start with the biggest one. Chris Evans back as the Human Torch, not as Captain America, was a pretty cool cameo. Unfortunately, I had this one kind of ruined for me, although it was still pretty cool. The cool part about this is when he kind of came on screen, Deadpool was kind of waiting for him to say Avengers Assemble, but then, of course, he said Flame On, and that got a huge pop from the audience. I think a lot of people didn't really know that was coming, so that was really, really cool. Another really cool cameo, I did not expect this one, Henry Cavill as Wolverine. They must have really kept this one under wraps. Surprised this didn't get out. He looked really, really cool. It was, Deadpool's kind of going around to different universes searching for Wolverine, and you kind of see him from the back, and it looks like Hugh Jackman. He turns around, it's Henry Cavill. It was a quick scene, but he honestly was very good. He had a couple lines. He looked good. He sounded good. So who knows? Maybe we'll get him as the Wolverine in the future, but for now, it was a cool cameo. Another big surprise, Channing Tatum finally playing the role of Gambit. This has been a rumor for years. He's always wanted to play the character. It was really, really funny. It was kind of like meta. They kind of acknowledged how bad his accent was, but it was still really funny. I think he did a good job. His fighting scenes are really cool. I thought they did his character a lot of justice. I thought the card tricks and then even like his, I don't even know what you call it, the stick thing, but his powers, the kinetic energy, making people explode. I thought it was really, really cool. Probably my favorite cameo, definitely one of them, Wesley Snipes' Blade. I was not expecting this. Him and Ryan Reynolds famously do not like each other, which they allude to in this movie, from Ryan Reynolds' time on Blade Trinity. So there were rumblings that maybe they'd take like Blade from like the Arrowverse, or not the Arrowverse, from the other TV shows. But nonetheless, this was really, really cool. It's great to see him get respect. There's a lot of younger fans who probably don't even know who he is. So hopefully this leads to people going back and watching that movie, or just even knowing about him in general, I think is really, really important. And this is more valuable than even money because it really, really just keeps him kind of immortalized as time goes on. Another cameo I was not expecting, Jennifer Garner back as Elektra, who, of course, you know from the Daredevil movie. And she had her own movie, which wasn't as successful. But I must have watched that scene of her kind of slicing those bags of sand in Daredevil like 1,000 times growing up, with playing Evanescence in the background. So it's still pretty cool to see her kind of back in this kind of role. X-23 from the Logan movies, of course, is in this movie. She kind of shows up with the three of them, Gambit, Elektra, and Blade. So that was kind of a cool thing. That really elevated the movie for me when they showed up. I was not expecting that. Her, I was expecting. They kind of gave it away in the trailers, but now I know why, because they had so many other cameos kind of, in the bank. Then there was also a pretty big run on X-Men villains who we've seen from the earlier X-Men movies, starting with Sabretooth, who, is a pretty cool design. I always liked the Liev Schreiber Sabretooth. I know people are going to rip on me for that, but this is the OG, so it's pretty cool to see him. Toad was back, who I never liked. Honestly, I don't think anyone likes Toad, but yeah, that weirdo is back. He was in a bunch of scenes. It was cool to see. I'm pretty sure it's the same actor as the original movie. It was, it's kind of tough to tell with his makeup and glasses, but it looked exactly like him. Same powers. That was really cool. We saw him in the trailer, but Pyro was back, same actor. It was really cool to kind of see him and Johnny Storm go at it. I won't tell you what happens, but yeah, to kind of see like both of them have fire powers going at it was really cool. These are like little cameos that I think really pays off if you've been a fan for a long time. So I kind of wish they didn't reveal as much in the trailers, but nonetheless, it was pretty cool. All right, so those are all the cameos. I don't think I missed any. Let me know if I did. Go see this movie. I think it's worth it. Not a perfect movie, like I said. Gonna get a spoiler review up. But thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.